What's happening, y'all? Your boy Dread is back. This is a sports related video, and this is a little bit personal too. This video is about athletes who are under the height of 6 feet tall. Now, the norm for an athlete, especially in America, is supposed to be, big, strong, powerful, muscular, athletic. Those are the epitome of what an athlete is supposed to be. But, there's a lot of guys in recent history in, any sport you can name. Football, basketball, wrestling, boxing, track, under the Olympics, there's guys out there who are the greatest athletes of all time who prove that you don't have to be over 6 feet to be a great athlete. I mean, just name a few. I mean, look at WWE's Rey Mysterio, Evan Bourne, those guys, they flying all over the place, and guess what? They ain't 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. They like 5'6", 5'7", 170, 180 pounds. I mean, now in the NFL, you got today you got guys like Darren Sproles. He used to play for the San Diego Chargers. Now he plays for the New Orleans Saints, running back, one of the fastest guys that I ever seen in my life. And shoot, you can even go back as far as martial artists. You can even go as far as back as Bruce Lee. I mean, Bruce Lee, he wasn't nothing but 5'7", 5'8", about 150 pounds. But I can guarantee you that with his size and with his technique, he can whoop anybody's ass he wants. I mean, you could be 6'11" and he can still whoop your ass. I mean, he can get his foot all the way up to your damn chin. But this is just that's just a few honorable mentions. But anyway, as far as my top 5 athletes who are under the height of 6 feet, my number 5 and number 4 athlete, I couldn't really decide who to put where. But my number 5 and number 4 were Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. They are two of the best boxers of our generation right now. Manny Pacquiao, explosive power, speed, and basically his heart and determination, to try to knock you out. And Manny Pacquiao, he got the power to knock out some damn heavyweights. I mean, especially like the Klitschko brothers who got weak chins. Just because you big don't mean that you got a good chin. And Floyd Mayweather, he is a defensive genius in the ring. His timing, what really stands out is his defense and his speed. I mean, his speed and reflex. I mean, you've seen his Muggsy fight when he was on the ropes. I mean, his speed and technique is what saved him in that fight, and it didn't just save him. It's what made him dominate the rest of the fight after he got tapped on the chin in the second round. And let's see, my number 3 has got to be Spud Webb. He played in the NBA for a pretty good amount of years, and there were short athletes in the NBA before him, but I think that he changed the game as far as what a shorter athlete is supposed to be. I mean, with his style, the way he handled the ball, and he had a damn good shot too. And you could throw Allen Iverson in there for honorable mentions too. Basically with the handles. I mean, he could break your ankles too. And let's see, my number 2, who is my favorite running back of all time, Barry Sanders. And also another honorable mention. Throwing in a lot of honorable mentions, so just bear with me. Walter Payton. Walter Payton, he's 5'10", he's about 190, 200 pounds, for his size. And he was running over 6'3", 250-pound linebackers. And, Barry Sanders, him being 5'8", 180, 190 pounds, he didn't need size to, make you look stupid and embarrass you. All he had to do was just use his brain and just use his basic instinct to try to, outsmart you. And his feet and his legs are talking for you. I swear that dude, he didn't have no hamstrings. He didn't have no kinds of ankles, because he could just shake the hell out of anybody he wanted. I mean, it's just pure raw talent, for football. And my number 1 athlete under 5 or under 6 feet tall, he's 5'3", 135 pounds. He spent a lot of years for the Charlotte Hornets, the Washington Bullets, and the Golden State Warriors. Of course, my man Muggsy Bouges. I grew up watching him. Like I said, I was little back then. I'm little now, and he's still my favorite athlete under 6 feet tall because he's such an inspiration. And with his size and technique, also, and his ball handling skills, he was dribbling under the legs of 7-foot centers. Just embarrassing them. They thought it was gonna be easy to block his shot because since he was lower to the ground, he's quicker than a sneeze. See, you can sneeze, and then he'd be from one side of the court to the other. And he not only was he a good ball handler, he was a good playmaker too. He had a lot of good assists in him, and he made a lot of guys on his team look good with the way he handled the ball and the way he assisted them. And not to mention, he had a good shot too. And there's even a report of a guy who's, I think his name is Jason something. I'll look him up. He was a 4'9", 130-pound running back for a local college. Well, not a local college, but for a college in the USA. The smallest football player of all time, and he's an inspiration to me, and he's going to be an inspiration to a whole bunch of other kids who want to play professional sports. And, because a lot of short guys, they spent their most of their lives growing up being told about what they can't do. And you know, these guys, they prove that you don't have to be tall or big or athletic to play sports. Well, you do have to have some athleticism, but you only do really need 3 things to play sport. You need the, of course, the talent. You need the brains, know-how, and smarts, and last but not least, you need heart. Anyway, those are just a few of my athletes, my favorite athletes who are under the height of 6 feet. Who are yours? Thanks for listening, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.